enough for all of
All
your
right, man.
knowledge, humor, and just
Yeah.
being who you are, Brandon. It is a pleasure to
thank
be
you.
a friend of yours, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you.
All right, man.
Hit him up. He'll show you the redneck tuxedo he got today.
Yes, sir. So thank you very much, Brandon. Folks, we're
All
going
right,
to take
my
a
friend.
little
Thank
bit of
you.
a
See you
break,
guys.
and we have to
See ya,
get
buddy.
Julie
right,
on
man.
from PFG Vibe. So we're going to take a little break, and thanks again to Brandon. Make sure you follow him on the Twitter. We'll be right back with Miss Julie Voigt.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah,
The mother boys don't know how to act.
yeah,
I think it's special what's behind your back.
yeah,
So turn around and I'll pick up the slack.
yeah.
Listen. Dirty babe, you see these shackles, baby, I'm your slave. I'll let you whip me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way.
Take it to the chorus. Come here, girl.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Come to the back.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
VIP.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Drinks on me.
Go ahead,
Let
be
me see
gone
what
with
you're
it.
twerking with.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Look at those hips.
Go ahead, be gone with
You
it.
make me smile.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Go ahead, child.
Go ahead, be
And
gone with
get
it.
your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with
Get your
it.
sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy
Go
out.
ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah,
The motherfuckers don't know how to act.
yeah,
Go let me make up for the things you lack.
yeah,
Cause you're burning up, I gotta get it fast.
yeah.
Listen. Dirty babe, you see these shackles, baby, I'm your slave. I'll let you whip me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way.
Take it to the chorus. Come here, girl.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Come to the back.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
VIP.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Drinks on me.
Go ahead,
Let me
be
see
gone
what
with
you're
it.
twerking with.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Look at those hips.
Go ahead, be gone with
You
it.
make me smile.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Go ahead, child.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy
Go
out.
ahead, be gone with
Get
it.
your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with
Get
it.
your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with
Get
it.
your sexy out.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy
Go
out.
ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy out.
You ready? You ready?
And we are back with Dave still. And also we have now with us Miss Julie Voigt. Welcome to the show, Julie.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Vibin', vibin'.
We wouldn't have it any other way, man.
Right, you got to check the
Love
football
having you
vibe,
on.
right?
Yeah, we love having you on.
Always. If you ain't vibing, you ain't living.
There you go. I like that. Yes.
I won't patent it so you can have it, I promise.
I'll make sure to give you full credit too, though.
Woo! Yes. Well, you know what?
Julie, I want to
Go
let
ahead, Jay.
you know right away, we have made you our featured guest of the night. So you have a full hour to get all of your Colts information that you need out there. Get everything pent off your chest. We booked you for the full hour when everybody else gets a half hour because we know from your Twitter account there's just so much going on with you and the Colts, and you have, I'm sure you're just all pent up. So you have plenty of time to vent it out, Julie.
Where do I even begin? I mean, what a turn!
Maybe we should start with the elephant in the room.
Okay, yeah, let's start with that. Let's just get it all out, right?
Might as well rip the Band-Aid off.
Well, if you're speaking about, I think I'm going to start calling him "He Who Shall Not Be Named."
Wow.
It just hurts still. It does.
I
you
know.
what? If I'm not mistaken, you guys were the first ones to tell me about it.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. I was upset because I saw the retirement. I wasn't upset that he retired. I was just upset because the Colts were on such the upswing, and they had a roster that was built to contend this year, and luck was one of the main points. So it's just when that news broke, I had to tag you and let you know. And I wasn't trying to do it to be rude or anything like that. I was trying to inform someone so they're not seeing it like 30 minutes later after news broke somewhere else, you know?
Right. Yeah, and when you did that, and I'm reading it, because of course I was, at home watching the Bears preseason versus Colts game. I was having a good evening, and then when I read that, at first I'm like, no, that's probably a fake account. I'm not going to believe it. I'm just going to continue relaxing on my Saturday night, and watch some football. And then I get a call from Mr. Russell Baxter. He's like, did you see on Twitter? And at first I'm like, no, it's a fake account. It's not real. I'm not going to. He's like, well, no, this is, a verified account. It's from ESPN, and I'm literally, there's a fire inside me burning. Like, no, leave my quarterback alone. It's not true. And sure enough, during the game, you're having the fan reactions of everyone, just whatever mixed reactions. I don't even want to get into the fan part right now because I don't know what I would have done. Usually I am at the games, but I just skipped out on this game. And maybe that was probably for a good reason.
I mean, yeah, it's just the way everything was handled. And the person I'm upset with the most is the person who leaked the information from the Colts organization to ESPN to break it because he was supposed to retire the next day. He was supposed to go out, do away from the game, and do it on his own terms. Instead, he was forced to do an impromptu retirement, and I felt for him. I felt for you, and I felt for Bert. I was like, man, because that's the thing is, whoever leaked this, I don't know if they ever found out who it was to fire him, kick him out of the organization because, man, it took that moment from Andrew Luck, and I was mad for him.
Mhm. Exactly. From what the first thing that I have heard was he only told a couple people, including I believe Jacoby Brissett. I'm not sure, whatever it is, you should know nowadays you have to watch out what you say because you could never tell who's listening or what is going on. And yes, I agree, but you know what? I know part of the media, it's part of their job to report something that fast. You also need to know, who's your enemy, who's your friend, who's going to keep that kind of information. And then you hear a lot of stories like, yeah, they really wanted to hurt Andrew Luck, and let this info out. Honestly, I don't care how it came out. I just know, I honestly, after a week, I don't know where I fall. I don't know if I fall in the slot of...
We shall not name him anymore and go over the list we got and see what the strengths are, the weaknesses, what you like, what you don't like. Maybe someone made it that you liked. And I mean, that's the best way to me. We can go over things to kind of forget to who shall not be named.
We want to help We want to help be the one start stitching the wound shut for you, Julie. So let's start the suture process here. Because we don't want you going into the season, bummed out and disappointed. It doesn't make it fun to watch your team when it's like that.
Yes, you're right.
We're almost like doctors to fix it because we just got off the air with a doctor Super Bowl. So I think it's close enough we can be considered doctors to help repair big wounds.
Yes, we have honorary PhDs by association.
Okay,
yes, I like it.
Yeah, that you guys should, go into business and, we can make T-shirts, just what the doctor ordered or whatever you want.
And OSHA would shut us down quicker than heck.
Well, you said that, not me.
I mean, I would run the shop out of a motel, I'm just saying.
Hey, you never know nowadays, I mean, especially cosmetics. That's all cash. Come on. We can make
so that's how I got my liver removed.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start it off. You know what? A lot of people are hating on Jacoby Brissett. I'm kind of mixed on him. I want to know how you feel about Jacoby.
Well, Jacoby, all in all, he's out there. He knows what he needs to do. And I think a lot of people like to throw hate on him because of what happened towards the 2017 season when he did take over when Andrew was out. You have to sit there and you have to consider what roster he had back in 2017 compared to what roster he is going to have in the present. He has, the O-line has come a long way, and I'm pretty sure, with him practicing all preseason long while Andrew was out hurt, I think he does have the upper hand, and I think a lot of people are not giving him that credit. You have to take in consideration, again, like I said, what happened in 2017. There was not much of anything. We were still under Chuck Pagano era. Now we have Frank Reich taking over as head coach. He's got the tools necessary to go on and have Jacoby become a better quarterback. He might not be the best. He might not be the answer for the Colts. We don't know. We have to wait for the season to go ahead and start. But I think he is a better quarterback than what he was in 2017. And I think we need to give him that chance.
I fully agree on that. I think Jacoby deserves a chance, one, because he came from the Bill Belichick system of QB school, and two, he did run an offense with Indy. Yes, he wasn't as talented. That's why I am giving him a shot this year. I think that I can expect him to lead the team, and that's the thing. After watching today with what happened with the Texans, I can expect them to go. My prediction is with Jacoby is 8-8, and it dropped a couple wins because of the fact that Texans gained that left tackle from Miami, and then grabbed the wide receiver that would help bolster that wide receiver core. So I mean, it kind of like pushed Texans up in a little higher category, I guess, because they finally got the protection they needed for Watson. And that's why I have them at 800s, because it's still even. It's not bad, but we need to see that extra step from Brissett with Reich taking over, and that's my only thing.
Yeah, you just got to give the guy a chance. Exactly like you say, he comes from New England. He's got to learn the system. I don't think he pretty much learned the system in 2017. He didn't have much of anybody backing him up at that time. Coaching probably was a little bit choppy because, with everything going on in the front office, between getting rid of Brigson, bringing in Ballard, but we still have Pagano, and now we have, Chris Ballard surrounding him. Well, pretty much we can say, he was surrounding and building up that O-line to have that quarterback protected. And we have to remember, that's what Frank Reich did in Philadelphia. He protected the quarterback, which earned probably their championship. And maybe that's why last season they had those struggles. We don't know what's being built right now in Indy, right? But, got to give this team a chance. We have to give them a chance. Yes, it hurts that we lost our franchise quarterback. We know Jacoby was under, a good wing at that time. And we still don't know who's going to be the second, string quarterback at this time, with Chad Kelly being suspended for the first 2 games. Pretty much we'll see how that plays out too, but we have to believe in Jacoby. This is what it is. This is what we have to deal with right now. We have to work with what we have.
Would I be stepping too far out on a skinny tree branch if I was to say that Frank Reich, when he was in Philadelphia and they won the Super Bowl, it was him and Peterson together that pretty much scrapped the offense at the end of the season, knowing that it had proven out through the last, 3 games, that offense wasn't going to work, that they designed for Wentz for Foles. I think you could say that with that experience, we might not know what to expect from this offense now, because they have been, even through this preseason before the whole incident, they were still designing this team and this offense to be